Okay, I wanted to make a short video here about what I'm doing. So behind me, this is all Spider-Man comics, and I'm really working on getting a complete run of ASM, and my focus of this video series is doing that. So I have most issues from 200 to current. I'm missing some of the current run because I only pay $1 for those because they're so bad. And everything after One More Day, it's kind of the same. That's when I left comics. I came back a couple years ago when I thought things were fixed. I was mistaken, but I decided to stick around this time. So the way I'm going to do that, though, is, and kind of the purpose of this video is, you don't have to have a ton of money. Some of those Spider-Man books get really expensive. And the first one we're going to focus on is actually ASM 300 in a 9.4 or 9.6 or better. And so to get there, we're going to start with a couple things. One is 20 bucks. So I'm going to buy some books. Kind of how this is going to work is how I'm going to go from $20 and this stack of comics into getting a complete ASM run. So these are comics that I just had, and I'll kind of talk about them. And then, like I said, $20 while I'm waiting for these to sell and get money generated. After the ASM 300, and I'll make some other purchases in there, I'm sure, to fill in some of the spots. But then we'll pick another higher ticket issue and start going for it. So the books I have for this are this Mark Spears Monsters, #1. I like Mark Spears trading cards, and I saw he was doing this book, so I bought it, and I read it and kind of put it in the box. And then a couple weeks ago, I found out that this is kind of an expensive book. So while I think it's cool, I'd really rather finish this ASM collection, and I don't think that will stay as expensive as it is. And so I'm going to move that along. And as for selling all these, I sell on eBay. Sometimes I put things on Facebook Marketplace, but I'm trying not to use that service because they're pretty terrible people. So it'll mostly be eBay or whatever other ways I figure out how to sell stuff. We'll see. The next is I bought a mystery box recently. Mystery boxes are not a good idea if you're trying to get a specific book or to try to win, to pay $30 and win something else. But I do like them, and occasionally I will, if I have some extra comic money or just fun money in general, I'll buy them. So the one I bought, I actually ended up getting a X-Men 266, which is the first Gambit. But also in there was this first Dick Grayson as Nightwing. I have a little better copy. This is a nice copy. It's probably a 9.2. I forget what the back looks like. A 9.2 or so. Mine's a little better, so move this one along. And then the last is when I first started buying comics again, about 2021. Someone had for sale a Spider-Man lot, which actually had a lot of the post One More Day, the Brand New Day stuff, and it had some older stuff too. Helped really get the collection going again. But one of the things it had was some Batman. And I had heard this Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, New 52 Batman run was pretty good. And I had planned to finish getting these and then read it. And then one of the Greg Capullo made a bunch of idiot comments, in my opinion, so I just decided I don't care about it anymore, and it's not worth my time to read. So issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 20, 21, 23, 24, 26, 27. There's also 28, which is a different artist. 29, and then another 6 and another 27. So I'm going to get rid of all these comics, and then that $20 to start, that's going to kind of fund fund the start, and from there I'll buy some other comics to try to flip, and I'll of course share those, and then we'll just keep working up till we have enough to get that ASM 300, and then we'll select a new one. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and it'll be interesting to kind of track the journey and just show, you know, if you don't have a lot of money, it is possible to get those bigger books, and there's a lot bigger books eventually on this list to work towards, but I think that's a good start, and it'll be really nice. That's a really good issue with some good Peter and MJ art, and then which is not why that one's expensive, but you know, it'll be nice to knock that one off the list, and that will get me. I just need a couple more, and I'll have all the 300. You know, 300 to 400, and I think maybe one 400. I'll do another video where I kind of talk about here's what I need and here's what I'm missing and what we're working towards. So that's what this is, and I'll see you on the next video with an update on things I've bought to sell or how the sales of these are going.